here with Representative Phyllis Gutierrez Kenney from the 46th District. How are you today?
Good, thank you.
Good. So one of your bills has been all over the news. It's the E-Verify bill.
The E-Verify bill 2568, it deals with the establishment of a system to check the backgrounds of employees working in the state of Washington. It started out as a pilot program by the federal government in 2007 and has been a system that's been available to employers on a voluntary basis, and it hasn't been working. It has been studied by the United States government, the Accountability Office, that found some really significant challenges to the system. They found that to be persistence of erroneous and tentative non-confirmations of numbers, Social Security and other things, the risk of identity theft and employer fraud, and also the non-confirmation of personal information that they had. The other thing that worries us a lot is the fact that it is costly to implement. Some of our small businesses just cannot afford that, the time nor the money to implement the system. So it really is a flawed system, the E-Verify, trying to do what a flawed national immigration system cannot do. And the way to correct it is for immigration reform to be done in the United States.
What does your bill specifically do?
It has to be on a voluntary basis instead of a mandating. There are some counties and cities in the state that have implemented, a few that have implemented the E-Verify, saying that all of their contractors must have the E-Verification program in hand and all of the background checks made, and nobody hired unless they've done that. But what we're saying is, let's not make it mandatory in 2017. Let's leave it voluntary, and that cities and counties do not have to then ask for that E-Verification as well, because some of them are going to be doing it with their employees as well.
Some of the flaws include the system misidentifying legal workers.
That is true, and they're saying that there's about 30% already in the work, what's being done with the E-Verify that are flawed, and that they're legally here, but because of errors in the systems and recording and data as well, that they're laid off, they're fired, and then they have to struggle to get their personal information in order.
Mm-hmm. In the fall, there was a shortage of labor. The governor even went to the other Washington to ask for support. And how does this bill relate to that?
Well, the farmers testified, the association testified they were not in favor of the E-Verify bill. They supported the bill, I should say, not in favor of the system for a number of reasons. One, it is costly. Number two is that they have to have the workers to do the crops in that, and they feel that the system is flawed in doing that because they're not going to get workers. They're going to be afraid. Even the legal ones will not come forward to do the work that needs to be done. So it really hurts our industry. And do we want the ag industry to, go to another nation, another country, to go to other states? Because that's what's going to happen. If you don't have the people to work the crops, you're not going to have a crop.
California passed a similar bill recently. California and Washington do depend a lot on this labor. And in Georgia, they did a mandate for E-Verify, and the first thing that they saw was 11,000 ag jobs were lost.
That is very much a concern, and that's one of the reasons that prompted this bill, and that it's getting the support that it is.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. We'll be following up on the bill, and we'll talk to you some other time.
Thank you.